We are here to do Cancer's video. Is Eddie in the house? Eddie was like, are you going to do this reading? Eddie's one of my subscribers. Let's have a look. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover the astrology. I do twin flame coaching, twin flame path, moon energies, you name it, we do it here. Okay, let's have a look at your energy psychically with the oracles, with the chakra cards and the, animal totems. And we will also look at the astrology. Now, yes, at the moment we do have Mars retrograde. It's going direct on the 14th. Aries and Chiron, the wounded healer, next month will be going direct. So you will be very happy to know that at the moment, yes, unfortunately, it's very tense. It's very tense. We're very tired. We might be eating a lot. We could be purging a lot at the moment. And the purging will be nausea, okay? And it's because we're at the end cycle of Mars retrograde. So if you're feeling nauseous, if you feel you're overeating, if you're looking at your diet and you're going, gee, I need to level up, I need to, have a bit more energy, it is going to come. Also, when it does come to your wounds and side of connections, your zodiac sign did have the axis of Cancer Capricorn, and it had been there for 2.5 years. We're sort of cycling that energy out. And we're now integrating with the new nodal energies that are transforming us over the next 2.5 years. So you guys at the moment do have a lot going on spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And I do feel it's really busy. You did maybe have a bit of emotions come up in the last 2 days, and that's because the moon was transiting through Leo and is higher heart chakra activation. And I'm hoping this is streaming okay because it's showing whose hair and then it's showing nobody's hair. And so we'll just go with how it goes. We're a Mercury shadow, so let's just hope it continues, right? So with your chart, higher heart chakra, Aries and Chiron, the Virgo energy can be coming through of the heart chakra. Now, when it does come to your eating, your emotions, what you physically have, you could be working through that right now. I also feel with the Scorpio moon, subjects to do with children and romance, you could be coming to terms with them. And I really do feel between now and the end of the year, we're really having a cycling out and transformation in our connections. So for you, this can be healing really coming up, looking at those things. Now, Aries at the moment is, which house is it in? It's in your 10th house of your career. Now, again, we need to look at the axis of Cancer Capricorn. Cancer Capricorn for you guys was your 1st and your 7th house, which with the balance, with your love life, with your home, with who you were, maybe everyone was needing things from you. Maybe you were getting to a point you needed to be everything for everyone, but the needing to fill your cup was deeply important. I also feel you focusing on work was directly for you. It's almost like where the 2nd house placement actually builds, which funny enough is Leo. It's where we gain our self-esteem. It's where we have the physical things. We're balanced from the 1st house to the 2nd, and you get into the romance energy. Now, I have pulled your crystals, and I'm pulling cards, and I'll interpret them as we go, but I just briefly want to touch on that because subjects at the moment with Aries can be very testing. But with your relationship sector, if it has been very toxic, very heavy, very complicated, with your work, with your love, with your friendship groups, it is due to the fact that we have Capricorn in your 7th house. By the time we do move into next month's energy, I really feel you guys are on a major precipice of change, and it's both for Cancer and Capricorns. Passion in reverse, okay? Your heart chakra, some healing that has not been dealt with is coming up to be healed. And this can be relating to marriages, contracts, partnerships, responsibility, whose problem it was, what was supposed to happen, and you in the mix of those situations. And if you have come to the table several times to try and fix it, it's your time now integrating it, preparing for the new vibration of who you are for next month. And you're entering into 2021 a lot lighter on the load of people maybe looking at the responsibility you have to have, people requiring you to grow things, and Pluto is going to continue to request you to cycle those things out that don't resonate with you. So the 8th house will be there of Pluto for another 3 years. And it's really, I think a lot of this transit has pulled through for Cancer, showing them where the real passion is. Now, your spirit of fire is coming through, and you're coming to a very pivotal point of knowing who's with you and who's not. But it's who you're for. It's what you're for. It's what you're willing to fight for, where your passion resides. So from a spiritual point of view, I do feel that you guys may be extremely fatigued, maybe working through a lot of things, maybe getting to a point that you're really checking in with who you're passionate for. And some of this is going to be reignited. I mean, with Aries energy, it does get to a point where intimate energies can be very siphoned. You might not be attracted to it. You might feel spiritually there's things going on with you and you're fatigued due to the employment, due to other things. So it's going to show you the yin yang, where your passion's at, where it's not. You've got Garnet. Now, Garnet is noble. And this did come up in the previous read. I think it was 2 reads ago. It's in reverse. I stay focused on the task at hand and accomplish the goals with creativity and determination. It's interesting that the term creativity came up, because with the creativity, I stop procrastinating, increase self-motivation, maintain focus, determination, and success, stay grounded and focused, walk the path to creative success. Now, it's funny that there's 5 in the building, and I don't know what's going on with YouTube at the moment, but it's, you know, there's no comments. So I'm hoping you're in the house. What I'm getting with this being in reverse is that there's 2 energies. There's yin and yang. We're recording this at the 11:11 portal. It's looking at what we need to walk away from and looking at what we need to walk towards. And I think you're seeing the polarity. You're owning your crown. You're looking at what is worth your time and what's not. It takes 2 to tango, right? So you're getting to your inner truth and you're moving into that abundant energy. This card breaks down to a 7, and I'm seeing 2 things coming through on this card, and it is connected to inner truth. With your inner truth, it's about you walking through the trees. Now, the trees can relate to family, and again, Aries in Chiron is in the 5th house placement. I do feel you're tapping into your inner child. I feel you're looking at your love life of what you want to create. And there's many ways this can go. You guys could actually know that you do have many possibilities. You also may know that you have gone through many hurdles in your life when it does come to love and romance and connections. But I feel you're discovering through the matrix of that, Gemini is actually in your 12th house. So, Heidel, you're looking over the memories of your connections, and I'm saying connections, not one, because this is the deep crevice of your mind of where those conversational pieces are helping you see where people are coming from, but they're helping you see things you missed. I'm seeing that the thing that you missed was, and miss, is you. So the way it's coming through is you are naturally a very playful energy. You're naturally a very understanding, caring, family-orientated gene. And if those situational shifts didn't make you feel that way, I feel the epiphany is it was never meant to be that way. And I don't feel that you are now owning everything. I feel you are looking at things in a very pure way, that things happen to good and bad people. I feel that you guys are also looking at the cycles of change and the season of change. I'm seeing moon and eclipse energy above, and Gemini is hitting your 12th house placement. So something that you believed, and I'm seeing restrictive energy, you know, feeling like you needed to hide, feeling like you needed to not be heard, or how do I place it? Looking at the psychology of your routine and how it affected your health, how it affected your emotions. You guys being Cancerian are very, very intuitive. You're looking back at all of that and you're bringing it in and you're going, having these major light bulb moments. Now, Scorpio is going to be hitting your 5th house placement, like I mentioned. Mercury was in Scorpio. It's gone direct, but it's in shadow. And we are going to be having a new moon in Scorpio. So in your romance sector, there could be a subject that you are manifesting in with information coming towards you, both in your psyche. As Neptune goes direct, I do feel the situation that you're going to have is movement. And this could be working. This could be, this could be moving continents. This could be moving states. You could have already done this, right? So your movement, it's almost like in the retrograde, we're internalizing. And as we're internalizing, we're going, okay, I need to free myself. Maybe this was not where I was meant to be. Maybe I'm meant to be elsewhere. This could be relating to work. It could be relating to your home. You could resonate more with other people. It's also about taking your connection to the next level with the 11th house placement. So I feel both you are going to be growing. You are going to be mixing with wider group energies. With your accommodation, I feel also with your relationship, you could be really critiquing yourself with relationships. I keep saying connections, point blank zero. Your value system, I feel you might have been being a bit too strict on yourself. That the inner truth could have been your conditioning. It might have been, hey, this is how relationships are done. New house being built. There you go. It's all coming back. And, with the coming back energy, never, ever feel that if you're stuck, that I can't coach you. I've been through it. And it's exciting. It can be scary at times. And we do have humanistic triggers. They come up, I'm telling you. And every 15 minutes sometimes. Exciting. You keep moving through it. And it does proceed. So, many of you that are Cancer, you're getting to a place that, relationships are going to be going to the next level. There could have been blockages relating to the 5th house, which is children, romance, previous connections, maybe fertility-related dynamics, inner child wounds, however that relate, but things that potentially have been hidden from you. Sometimes also you could be having at the moment issues and regressing back into your family because Sagittarius is in the 6th house. It's what you did, what they did, what was given to them, what wasn't given to you. And it's this huge kind of washing machine mix of all of those energies coming up. Conditioning, family, movement. Relationship is definitely moving to the next level. There is going to be growth there, but it's with people that work with you. Right? Heart chakra. If you don't have passion for it and you don't love it, you're not going to do it. You're just not. Because the growth in it is this serving me? Can I fix this? Are two working together? Yes, great. No, can't do it. You're walking away from things that even if you did have passion, I feel some of you are realizing where you don't have passion. So you're going to have the yin yang. Your inner truth, your hermit mode energy and your value system, you taking your power back with this value, you're like, right, I'm focusing on my money. I'm focusing on my value systems. You might start really shifting the way you're looking at yourself and what you need to do to bring that vibration back of that 2nd house placement, Leo, shining bright like a diamond, feeling like you're in the best vibe of yourselves. But you want to be able to play. I feel you don't want to lose that innocence about you. And I do feel it's like a return to innocence with you. Maintaining your childlike spirit. I feel some of you might be using comedy towards some of these situations. But it's like if you're brushing something off, not stepping away from actually walking into it. And I do feel you might be taking the playful approach. And this could even be towards family and tribe. With your love life, maybe having to cupcake the situation so it doesn't affect them. Being playful and being a joker, even if there could be some serious things going on. But you're trying to get that innocence back. You're trying to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. But there could be some pain coming up relating to that. Okay, there's a connection that you're thinking about. This person, I'm feeling like you guys have had a bit of history. But again, you're wanting to take it to the innocence. You're wanting to take it back to where it started. You wish you could wipe the slate clean. And it is almost like the slate's wiped clean, but the memories are there. Now, the work that you guys are going to do together, you will be grateful that you're working on it. But you want people to feel that, how do I put it? I don't feel you want people to feel. You want to know that the energy of love and that you let in is going to reciprocate. Because what you're wanting to feel is appreciated. And I feel this is what you're really, you're sensing, you're testing. And if it's there, it's like you feel glad that that person has that epiphany. But it's reciprocal. This is a reciprocal energy coming through. So the intent for those of you that are single you want to be in that art of appreciation and you want to be appreciated. You want people to see who you actually are for real. But you're trying to take a playful approach with it. I'm seeing you really coming to a place that the motivation is going to be your love life. That if somebody is showing you great deep appreciation, it's going to, but it's like you actually, I feel like you're watching someone. This could be somebody that you care about very deeply. You could be getting advice from them. And you're utilizing that as a muse. So it sort of does feel muse energy that's coming through. And it's almost like the heart that this woman is holding. It's a bit like the smoke ceremony that goes through, you know, in the chapel when they're doing a prayer. You're allowing the healing to come through. You could be smudging a house. You could be setting intents. You could be manifesting. But spiritually speaking, your whole aura is attracting that towards you because you're moving into alignment. You're working on your foundation. And I do feel you're very protective. And this is a person who is very protective of Cancer. So the transformation, the very, very deep connection, they know the value of this now, and they are not going to allow anyone to hurt you. They also have a great deal of passion together with the orange coming through on the card. Their thoughts and their mind are very passionate towards you, right? But I do feel you're both going to be very protective of each other. There have been some wounds. Interesting. Relating to the past and your connection. But again, I'm still seeing positivity moving forward. Ooh. Okay. What are you up to, Cancer? I feel this month for Cancer, you guys are moving into, again, I see a very, very important transition happening in your life. This card breaks down to 11. 2020, we're recording this on the 11th of the 11th, 2020. It's 11111. Really, right? Acceptance of love. Now, this acceptance of love, I feel with the tree integrated into the imagery, especially with your 5th house placement, it's almost like you're making a physical statement. This is my family. This person is my family. I love this person. I love, you know, you are a family-orientated zodiac sign, but you want to feel home in love. And you also want family to appreciate what your hopes and dreams are. And we have 11 in the house. If they can't, I'm going to pull a clarifier. I feel that there could be some issues because it's split. There is split energy happening there. As you are speaking, I have a warm feeling from a heart. There you go. Yeah. There's pink hair of love. They feel that, okay, whoever the cross watcher is, whoever this person is, there's one of you looks at the feminine energy as thinking from a place of love because there's pink in the hair. Okay, you don't, nothing surprises you these days. I think you've seen it all. I think you know this. You know this about this person. You love them deeply. Yes, in the past, maybe you were fighting, but I don't feel you want to fight anymore. I don't feel you're fighting it. I feel you're letting go. You're allowing it to be how it is, but you're not worried that they're going to be with anyone else or that they love anyone more. It's just this alignment energy of pure peace and serenity. And this is what you guys are attracting in. For those of you that are on a spiritual path, I see this person looking at you this way and reflecting upon it this way. And they're very passionate about this, but I do feel very protected. And with the Garnet coming through, it's they see you as the king or the queen. They see you as the person of their heart. And they're wanting to keep this dream alive. They're like, this is deeply important because it's reciprocal. It's a reciprocal energy. Now, when it comes to money and travel, as I mentioned with you guys, moving homes, I do feel movement in this area. I'm seeing a conversation happen between the both of you. This could be thirst happening in your mind. You're thinking very alike. You could be talking about what is working, what isn't working. You could be thinking about what is working and what isn't working. You've got service in reverse. Some of them don't want you to work. Some of them want you to go with them. It's like, you're coming with me. This is what's happening. They want you to have enough time to... They want you to see things in a different light. So they're willing to do the work in that. But you've got a lot of wishes up in your mind, Cancer. And I think some of these wishes relate to this person. I don't know what you guys are up to, but you or the cross watcher, love interest, right? There is something that you're wishing to give to your love interest, and it is by the end of the year. And it's a plan that you have. You're working very hard financially to make it happen. But there is a gift come here. I feel that you guys are just being really true to your heart. Again, so be true to your heart is almost like what I'm hearing is that other people's energies might have a perspective, but you're ignoring it. You're white lighting it and you're saying, look, I need to be true to myself. This is what, it's almost this nagging energy, like you're pulling back, you're going back into conditioning, and then you're coming forward and you're saying, no, I know what I want. I know who I love. I know what I want. This is what I want to do. And it's a connection that just feels like it never ends. This is the energy of 8. It's what needs to go, what needs to stay. Be in truth alignment, move towards your hopes and dreams, and see the item in the hand. I feel it's a gift to this person. There is a gift coming to one individual. It's going to make you really happy. You're no longer going to be sad. It's like all those things are going to just wash away. But I do feel somebody is being left out in the cold that isn't meant to be in the connection. It's pure clarity in that energy. Okay. What do we need to know about external energy? As soon as it come up. Because that was even in the top. It was passion in reverse, but spirit of fire. And it's like Ruby. It's like there's definitely, it could be the past, the present, and the future. That's what I'm saying. You're picking what you feel makes you your best self. You're not picking what other people want you to. You're already in your yin and yang. They see you for the best you are. Good and bad. They still see it as the best. I do feel there's going to be a circumstance that is going to make you absolutely laugh so hard. And it might be somebody making a statement in judgment towards you. Somebody may be making a statement towards your romantic interest, however it falls. But I feel like you guys are just wanting to move to that happy place. You want to be able to laugh together, be very raw and organic, be yourself and not have to, warts and all, be all yourself. And, have some happiness. You did want things to come together in a happy way. Some things might not have planned out that way, but you're going to see the funniest side of it after, not right now. There is going to be a renewal of pace. There is going to be a return to innocence in this connection. There's going to be a rebirth. Okay, what is this rebirth and what do we need to know? Okay. If anything in the past had been holding you back, Cancer, this person has always been there. You know, all these memories, when you met this person, it was like an impossibility. This is what it feels like. There's an egg here. There's two angels in the card, and it looks like, you know, made in the stars. I'll show you on the card. It's almost like in the cocoon. It was written in the stars. It was birthed. Look at the way through the swan. The masculine's head's there. The feminine's head's there. Even when you're not with each other, I feel spiritually you're together. Now, your paths might have taken different paths previously, and you might come from separate paths. But that does feel it's a very, away from the ego, it feels like a very loving connection. There is a lot of passion between you, but I feel you guys are getting to the point you don't want to be in the shadows anymore. You want to open your heart, and I feel it's reciprocal. Both of you are going to be having a moment to really open up and to take this to the next level. Whatever this occurrence was in the past, it didn't make you feel worth it. There was self-worth energy going on. There might have been people that you allowed into your life that maybe weren't in your higher good, and that was the self-worth energy. And now that you've had this transformation and you're really coming to terms with things, it can be very emotional in the next few weeks because we are going to have the full moon in Cancer next month. So whatever you're coming to terms with, whatever you're having to let go of, it's not serving you anymore. Okay, you know your worth. I feel you guys are ready to have a brand new beginning, and this is going to be a new way of loving. It's going to be in a new location and a very, very brand new chapter. But I do feel, especially with the 7th house placement of Capricorn, it's taken a toll. You're very tired. I feel this movement is where the healing happens, and it's point blank zero. It's healing. Okay. Anything else we want to know? What time is it? 3. I'll have to go. Anything we're not seeing that we need to know, please? Okay. You have a loved one that's watching over you. I know that you want to do things by book when it does come to these connections. But again, just because of your conditioning, don't feel that you can't have your hopes and dreams. All right, you are worth it. If any circumstance made you feel less, look at it, let it go, bless it be. You don't need to convince anyone. Yeah, I feel you've taken a lot of time trying to give assurance to people. Yeah, lots of changes because 2021 is 5. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a vibration 5. It's all about changes, large changes. Don't appreciate it during the time, but we'll appreciate it in the long run. So with this, you might have tried to get people to accept your viewpoint, try and assure them that everything was going to be perfect, be everything to everyone, and also try and get them to see how you felt about situations. And I don't feel they saw it the same way. So that in you has changed. 5 again. You've been each season, and I do feel you've tried for 3 to 4 seasons to convince these energies, and nothing had transformed. So I do feel, to a degree, something is getting left out in the cold. You might have had a paradigm that you were fighting, But right now, I feel you're really coming to terms with that. And you just feel it's dead weight. So the dead weight you're letting go of, and that can be the nagging memory. It can be the beating up of yourself, a viewpoint in the way you saw, or it can be people. It depends on how it resonates. I don't feel you're willing to go through the cycles with people who are reciprocal and understanding and willing to grow with you, but not for those that aren't. But it doesn't mean that you don't love. It just means there's transformation here. It's almost letting them ripen through those seasons. Okay. Any questions? As I run to the nail technician and go, hi, hi, hi. I love her. She's lovely. Okay. Yeah, you're taking your power back. You're being your own woman or man. You're choosing what you feel is correct. Telling you, I see movement here. Any questions in the house? Thank you for those of you that like the video. I appreciate it. It helps it get through the algorithm without the likes or comments. Yeah, don't move. If you feel it resonates, feel free to share it. Love to know how. Tell me how things play out through the month. Oh my God, 155. Oh, spooky fives. Good luck. Any other information I need to give you before I go? Kind of makes sense. You got 1 year with Aquarius in your 8th house. 8th house is very Pluto. It's group-orientated energy. If groups don't work with you, don't continue working with them. It's going to be hard for 2021. If something doesn't resonate with you and it doesn't mix, and it's like Cinderella and Drusilla trying to get that shoe to fit, but it ain't happening. You can't make something fit that doesn't. Let it transform, move away, and then, the rest is going to flow. We can't fix other people. They fix themselves and then they flow towards the same attraction vibration. But yeah, I'm feeling it's like, especially with Sagittarius, there could have been, push-pull energy, squabbles, maybe feeling like, the black sheep. This too shall pass. Well, hello to your friend. What's your friend's name? What zodiac sign is she? Is it a she or a he? Sag rising. Interesting. Lots of changes, and that's still seriously the 1st and the 7th house placement. That's a big transformation. So, if they're in a karmic relationship, they won't be. If they're having viewpoints to do with relationships and what the responsibilities are, that'll change too. She. Hello. Tell her hello from me. What zodiac sign? Sag. Leo next. Barina. I need glasses. I'm telling you, the print on this computer is this big. See what happens when you stare at yourself all day? It's not kosher. Anywho, so what will we have left? I've got to go. Cancer. Oh, God. I've got rising Cancer, so I know this resonates with me. But then I need to know it resonates with you. Because we're many zodiac signs, really. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but you guys are actually coming out of the woods of it. Gemini in the 12th house. Your psychology to do with children and their schooling, maybe what you've learnt, your belief systems, maybe people projecting blame onto you with the, nodes in Sagittarius and reflecting upon that with give and take, maybe traditions, paradigms, and having to break them down. The way you were growing before and what you were doing, needing to actually take some time and feel grounded and have some fun. And I do think that's really coming up for Cancer at the moment. Gemini can be to do with technology, communication. I mean, you may have had a habit of maybe tuning in all the time, and maybe now you're looking at that and not having enough time because you're so go, go, go. Sometimes the big theme that can be coming up for you guys over the next 2.5 years can be you psychoanalyzing everything everyone said and everything everyone wants. And how that directly impacts you growing. I mean, it will help you grow, but it's also you know, how you maybe view those energies of can be children as well. Gemini can be linking to education. So again, you've got the axis of Aries hitting your career sector. Depends on how it hits and how it lands. I'm going to love you and leave you and go put myself back together again like Humpty Dumpty. And my daughter has said, Mum, are you going to change the colour? I don't even know how I did it. She had an egg on the bench and I put it back in the fridge and it was broken. Anywho, it must have been all that weightlifting, right? Starting a child psychology course next year. There you go. Just take time through the year to actually have a break off media, to allow information to settle in, because you'll be super, super surprised with the 12th house of psychology. It can be to do with the things that you go through, actually having an innate way of using that as career. And it can be working for the justice system because you do have 4th house placement Libra. So it could be anything to do with, you know, working from home, looking at the legislation, understanding it. Also with the Gemini energy, you know, trying to keep the balance too. Balance at home, balance at work. And how some of that you're learning could be implemented at home as well. It should help because you've got Aquarius in the 8th house, which is to do with shared resources. So, you know, going into that kind of arena employment-wise and, you know, placing it in that energy as well. And 8th house is really unique. It's like the give and take. It's the healthy codependency. It's what are you doing? What am I doing? We're getting something reciprocally out of this. You know, working with tribe that works with you. Yes. But it can also be psychology linking to that because it's still 12th house placement. It's still, you know, things that everyone wants you to do, running errands and trying to problem sort them in your head. Be a Virgo in that instance and go, okay, quality control, I can't do everything. Don't expect yourself to do everything. Allow other people to help you. It's probably because you've had Capricorn in your 7th house for so long and now it's moving. So you're going to have to get used to actually allowing people to do some of those things. Ask and you shall receive. Or do less. Love and light. I'll talk to you guys later. There you go. Be a Virgo for a bit. Use the shadow. You got to use comedy for therapy. Yes. If it can be put back together again, that's fine. If it can't, well, it is what it is. Be back later. Yeah, I'll continue on with the water signs. I've just got to have a break, go put myself back together. I'll come back again.